Hi, welcome to yoga and meditation, maybe a little bit of both. I'm Steven, and I've got a yoga mat, some blankets, some blocks, and bolster. And I thought we'd at least just begin with a little bit of meditation. Finding a comfortable, easy, cross-legged seated position. I'm sitting on the bolster, got a blanket under the knee. The bolster's to make the hips a little bit higher than the knees. The pelvis can tilt forward, the shoulders can relax down the back. And then maybe bring the eyes to a close as you release the jaw, release the face. Maybe the palms are facing down to feel more grounded, just above the knees. Maybe they're turned up to bring in some energy. Either way works. You're relaxing the shoulders, opening the heart. Breathing through the nose unless you're congested. Breathing in, you might say to yourself, I am breathing in. And breathing out, you might say to yourself, I am breathing out. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do, simply to be. Simply riding the waves. And simply noticing your inhale. And simply noticing your exhale. And if the mind wanders away from the breath, which it will, that's what it likes to do, just gently return it back to noticing your inhale. Back to noticing your exhale. Perhaps noticing the rise and fall of the belly. Witnessing the length of the inhale and the length of the exhale. And just noticing the temperature of the air as it comes in and out of the nostrils. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, something to be. And while you're here paying attention to your breath, seeing if you can simultaneously expand your awareness to include your entire physical form. So just giving yourself a little bit of a body scan from the head to the toes and everywhere in between. Noticing all the sensations in the body, areas of tension or release, maybe areas of slight aches or pains you might have going on. Maybe there's areas where aches and pains have gone away. Definitely noticing your energy level. Noticing your sense of comfort or discomfort in the posture. And just letting the sensations in the body, along with the awareness of your breath, just tying those two items together to help keep you grounded and anchored here in your practice today. And perhaps just taking a moment here to set an intention for your practice, something you'd like to gain, something you'd like to let go of throughout your efforts and energy. And perhaps setting a dedication to someone or something. And once your intention or dedication's been set, we'll just bring the palms of the hands together until they move to the heart center. Beginning to rub them a little bit, creating a little friction, a little heat with the hands. And once you feel some heat, just taking the hands, placing them over the eyes, going up the eyelid, Maybe shifting off your bolster. Just inhale the hands up to the ceiling. And on exhale, just twist gently to the right. It doesn't have to be the deepest twist you've ever done. So you got your left hand on your right knee. You're inhaling, you're growing taller. And on the exhale, just twisting a little bit. Inhaling and lengthening. And exhaling and twisting. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And inhaling back to the center, hands back up to the ceiling. And just twisting it to the opposite direction, just taking that right hand to that left knee. We'll inhale and grow a little taller with the spine. On the exhale, just twisting a little bit to the left. Breathing here, inhaling and lengthening. Exhale, twisting. Inhaling and lengthening. Exhaling and twisting. Inhaling back to the center. Reaching the hands up to the ceiling, and on the exhale, just bringing them down in front of you. Melting forward. You might not go that far, it's fine. Might be on your forearms, but you might just be on your hands. Either way, you might be on your fingertips too. You're inhaling, you're lengthening the spine, you're growing a little taller, and then on the exhale, you're just melting forward a little bit. Maybe the fingers walk forward, and then you're melting forward. Inhaling, and exhaling. And now walk the hands back in. Take the hands up to the ceiling, take them around behind your back, just taking a little back bend here. Opening up the heart, opening up the throat, opening up the forehead. Breathing here. And then inhaling back up the center. I'm just going to roll the shoulders back. Roll the shoulders forward. Roll them in opposite directions. And then from here, we're just going to roll over on the hands and knees to a table position. Now, if you got your blanket, maybe putting the blanket under the knees. Once the knees are under the hips and you got the wrists underneath the shoulders, the fingers facing forward, middle finger pointing straight ahead. And then just beginning to drop the belly and look up. Exhale, arching the spine. Inhale. Dropping the belly, blossoming the sit bones, looking up. Exhaling, arching the spine. Inhale into a neutral spine. And we're going to inhale and reach the right arm forward and the left leg back. And just take that left foot over the right. And then we're just going to look over that right shoulder. Maybe even reaching that right arm out to the right. We're on the ball, that left foot. And then inhaling, helicoptering back. Bringing the hands back to the ground, the knee back to the ground. Inhaling and dropping the belly, looking up. Exhaling, arching the spine. And inhaling to a neutral spine. Left hand forward and the right leg back. And just taking that right foot over the left. And then reaching that left arm out to the left. Looking over with that left thumb. Breathing here. Inhaling it back. Wrist under the shoulder, knee back under the hip. Inhale, dropping the belly and looking up. Exhale, arching the spine. Inhaling back to neutral, bring the big toes together, knees out wide, hips to the heels, forward to the floor. Child's pose. Then we're going to look up the fingers, bend the elbows, slide along the belly. Just find a cobra pose. Bhujangasana. The hands are underneath the shoulders. I'm just lifting the heart off the ground, relaxing the shoulders down the back. Then we're going to curl the toes under and just find our way back to child's pose with the toes curled under. And the knees more in line at the hips. Keeping the forearms off the ground. And we're just going to lift the hips off the ground. Find ourselves in an inverted V, downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet, relaxing the shoulders, blossoming the sit bones, pressing into the thumb and the first finger, and drawing the belly in. And then find some stillness. Even in stillness, there's movement as the heels reach towards the ground. And from here, we're just going to reach that right leg high and bend the knee. Take the right hip over the left. And then slowly bring the lower half of the right leg forward. Heading up for a pigeon pose. You've got that blanket under that back knee. Feels great. Walking the hands in. You got blocks nearby. Opening up the heart. Tall and proud before slowly melting forward. Maybe come under your forearms. So maybe you bring a little block with the block underneath your forehead. And just breathing here. Taking a moment here to reconnect with the breath. Scan the body for sensations. Maybe the longer you're here, you can let go of the block and maybe surrender more towards the earth. Slightly, subtly drawing those right toes back. And if this bothers your knee in any way, you can always take it on your back in like a figure four variation. And inhale, release the block, let the hands in. Shift the hips to the right, just take that left leg forward. You're setting up for Janu Sirsasana on this side. Maybe taking a block and putting it underneath that extended leg. Drawing the heart up, relaxing the shoulders, drawing the hands up, relaxing the spine forward, hinging the hip. You might go that far. Breathing here. Maybe you're walking the fingers forward a little bit more. Melt forward. Inhaling, coming back up. Just curling the left arm around behind you, keeping the legs basically where they are. We'll take that right hand to the left knee, inhale and lengthen the spine. And then exhale, just take a peek over your left shoulder. A little gentle twist. Inhaling and lengthening, creating space through the vertebrae. And on the exhale, just twisting a little bit. Inhaling and lengthening. Exhaling and twisting. Inhaling back to the center. We're going to remove that block. Take both legs forward. Just sit Dandasana for a moment. Right angles in the body, drawing the toes back, engaging, lengthening the spine, relaxing the shoulders. Breathing here, reconnecting with the sensations in the body. And letting it go. Bending the legs, finding your way back to hands and knees. And finding your way back to downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet. Looking under one armpit and then under the other armpit. Relaxing, stretching the heels to the ground. And inhaling that left leg high, bending the knee, taking that left hip over the right. Before slowly bringing it forward. Setting up a vision on this side. And you got your block nearby, you got your blanket back down to the knee. You can always take this on the back and figure four variation. If you're doing the classic Raja Kapotasana, you're growing the spine, opening up the heart, tall and proud. Taking a deep breath and then folding forward. Maybe you're on your forearms. Maybe you're resting your forehead on a block. Maybe it's the same setting, it's a slightly different setting than the other side. Listening to what your body wants to do today. Breathing here. Maybe you change the setting of the block. And you're drawing the toes back a little bit on that left foot. The right foot, you're on the top of the foot. So it's not sickling to the left or the right. Maybe you release the block. The longer you're here, the more the body opens up. The more it surrenders to gravity. Breathing into that left hip. Inhale. Levitate the body off the ground. Walk the hands in. Shift the back onto that left hip. And take the right foot forward. Right leg forward. Setting up our counter Trirsasana on this side. Again, you might place the block underneath that right knee. Reaching the hands up top. And then melting forward. Inhaling and lengthening. Exhaling and melting forward. Inhale back up, hands back up to the ceiling. Just cartwheel that right arm around now. Take that left hand to the right knee. Inhale, grow taller, and then we're just going to peek over the right shoulder. Take a gentle twist here. And every inhale, you're lengthening, you're creating space in the spine, and then on the exhale, you're just twisting it out to the right. Inhaling, exhaling, connecting the movement to the breath. Inhaling back to the center. And then we're just going to set up for a little bit of meditation in Hero's Pose. And Hero's Pose can be done without props. I'm gonna have 2 blocks so I can sit on them, and I'm gonna have a blanket underneath my legs, underneath my knee. Then I'm gonna take these 2 blocks and I'm gonna just on the blanket too. Then sit on them. Relaxing the shoulders, and what this does is just puts the spine in like perfect alignment. And then again, the hands can be palms down to feel more grounded, or palms up to gather in more energy. And then just turning your awareness to your breath, noticing your inhale, noticing your exhale. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, simply to be. If the mind wanders away from the breath, which it will, maybe it's making plans for later, or memories, reliving memories from earlier in the day or yesterday, just gently let that go. Don't fight with it, but just acknowledge it without attraction, without aversion, and then turn your awareness back to your breath. Just noticing your inhale, noticing your exhale. Scanning the body for sensations. Noticing your energy level now. Noticing anything that's shifted from your earlier sit in Sukhasana. Have those few yoga postures had any effect? And then by mind's ability to let go and just gently witness the breath. Being here and now with your breath. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Simply to be. Simply